Plant grows very tall. World reacts. What a weird week.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Weird.
Really weird tales.
Bigfoot eats out of my trash.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott. This is What a Weird Week. It's a program where we go back over the news of the week and we find the weird news, the odd stories, the fun ones, the interesting ones, and we have 10 stories for you of that variety. So if you like the weird news, if you're always looking for conversation starters, I think we got you covered. You can get everything we talk about in more detail if you go to shownotes.page. That's where we put the show notes, at shownotes.page. Here we go. Friday, May 15, 2026.
Number 10.
Number 10 is this plant that never blooms that is blooming and making news.
Outside of Shaggy Chic Pet Salon in Long Beach,
Hang on, this weird, rare occurrence is happening outside of Shaggy Chic? That is also noteworthy.
It's a century plant, or death bloom, that's blooming, something most people never get to see. The plant's known for blooming up to 25 feet. Employee Rosa Vera says she thought it was just a normal plant.
And it used to be just like that big plant out front.
While the bloom signals the end of the plant's life cycle, it is rare but a short moment. For this Long Beach business, they get to experience this once-in-a-lifetime bloom right in their front yard.
So that is in Mississippi, United States of America, where a plant that hardly ever blooms, I said never, but it's a hardly ever, really, all of a sudden becomes this tall plant that everybody flocks to see. And if you were just someone who had an appointment at the Shaggy Chic Pet Salon for your pooch, what a lucky day for you. Not only does Toonces get their paws clipped, but you get to see this rare occurrence from the plant world. If you want to see what it looks like, we'll put a link in the show notes if you don't have a chance to click. It's a tall stalk, really. The tallness of the stalk is, what the highlight is. That report courtesy of WLOX News.
Number 9.
This one is a world record. A lady in Mexico lifted a lot of weight with her hair. That is the crowd reacting to a lady named Diana. She is a Mexican circus performer who now has a Guinness World Record. She lifted 166.11 pounds off the ground and held it there for 14 seconds. And the weight is attached to her braids. So if you don't have a chance to click the video, a lady with very strong braids, a very strong lady with very strong braids. That's what's going on in the video.
Number 8.
Number 8 is the daring rescue going on in this video.
I have to just reach down and grab it. You're free!
That is the body cam footage of a Colorado police officer rescuing a skunk from a cup. In this scenario, the skunk had a cup stuck on their head. You never know when you're a first responder what the call is going to be, and you rush towards danger often, and thank you for that. In this case, it was a skunk with a cup stuck on their head. And at first, the police officer is trying with a long pole, like one of those snare things, and it's just not working. And the police officer gets in close, grabs that cup, and then gets some distance between themselves and the skunk very quickly. We link to the video. Oh, it's a catch pole. That's what they call it. So it's a long pole, the rope at the end to kind of snare something. And I don't think I knew that. Learned something new this week.
Number 7.
7 is the return of David Record Breaker Rush, or old skateboard chin is at it again.
Choosing the wrong skateboard could destroy this record. The challenge was simple. Balance a skateboard on my chin. No hands, as long as possible.
Oh, that's my wife coughing in the background. She has a bad cough this week. I think we'll leave that in the episode. I don't know why. Realism? So that is the fellow with the most concurrent world records, over 350 world records right now. And David Record Breaker Rush, it's good to have you back on the program. He balanced a skateboard on his chin. It seems like in this one, it all came together for David Record Breaker Rush. He had access to a gym in between pickleball at the Y in Boise. He had a friend with a large skateboard collection. He was able to pick the right skateboard. And he's had experience working through the pain of different world records. Some of them were fun and easy, shaving cream, ping pong balls and shaving cream. Some of them were very difficult. He's balanced lawnmowers and things. This time around, the skateboard on his chin, 1 hour, 1 minute, 36 seconds. That is a world record for balancing a skateboard on your chin.
Number 6.
I have to admit, this one was under my radar. I'm a bit late to the party. This happened earlier this month. The Power Nap Contest in Seoul, South Korea. This article written by Min-woo Park for Reuters. And the article describes people showing up in costume, dressed as a sleeping beauty or a sleeping prince, that kind of thing. And they get some sort of baseline reading on you. Then you put on your nap mask, your sleep mask, and you have a nap. Somehow they pick the best napper. The article doesn't get into exactly how they determine the best napper. Because couldn't you, I don't want to assume that people would cheat, but there's always somebody that ruins it, right? Couldn't you just pretend to be asleep? This is about raising awareness how important sleep is. People don't get enough sleep. The winner was a fellow in his 80s, and the runner-up was a 37-year-old office worker who also had a pretty good nap.
Number 5.
The 11,000-carat ruby that has been making headlines this week, it looks to me like a delicious giant raspberry. The giant ruby was announced by Myanmar state media, and it's described as 2-point-something kilograms, so almost 5 pounds, a giant red rock that's about 5 pounds. And again, I think it looks like a raspberry. So if you don't have time to click the link and see the photo, imagine a giant raspberry rock. I like it that we live in a world where every once in a while you'll turn on the news and giant ruby. You know?
Take a look at your screen. Miners in the Southeast Asian country of Myanmar recently discovered this 11,000-carat ruby. It weighs 5 pounds.
Wow.
Imagine putting that on a ring. You'd have to have some strength in your hand to carry that around,
Probably
right?
walk with a limp a little bit, huh?
A bit of the coverage there from NBC 9 News. I don't want to make fun or anything of the coverage. Let's play it back.
You'd have to have some strength in your hand to carry that around,
Probably
right?
walk with a limp a little bit, huh?
They did not rehearse that conversation. Don't improv that stuff. Run the story by your colleague.
Hey, a 5-pound ring is heavy. Yeah. And you'd probably need orthopedic shoes to wear that ring.
Okay, hold up. Full stop. I shouldn't be judging. I'm terrible at banter, as I have already stated. But my one piece of advice, the banter can be so much better if you just go over it once before the cameras are rolling, before you're live at 5. Experience has taught me. Rehearse.
Number 4.
The Pentagon releasing previously secret UFO files made headlines this week. A lot of headlines. UFOs or UAPs. If you do not follow, this would be a good time to jump in. There is a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of images, a lot of videos that have been released. It's kind of unheard of that the President of the United States would say, those secret files, let's release them. Some of the videos you may have seen before, especially if you follow UFOs and UAPs. Some of these incidents you would have heard about before, but there is some new stuff in there as well. But really, the takeaway is still, what are they that we're seeing? Most people will agree there is something weird in the sky and in our waters. Some of those images, some of those videos, that is weird. What is it? And if you don't follow the topic, generally it boils down to it's either our technology, it is alien technology, it is interdimensional technology or beings or something, phenomenon. It is angels or demons, or maybe it's a combo platter. Or also there's the theory that maybe it's something we just can't comprehend. And maybe we never will. That one not as satisfying a theory, but it is one of the theories. I think those are the main theories on the topic of UFOs or UAPs. I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to check it out. Shownotes.page. Oh, and I'll put a link to some of the coverage from NBC News.
Tom, we know about 162 files were released on this website from the Pentagon, State Department, FBI, and NASA. There is a lot to review, but what are we learning from them so far?
Not much. I hate to tell you, not much. I mean, listen, it seems to be more of the same, more of these very grainy photographs of what looks like an infrared black dot in the sky, or videos, as you're seeing here, with really not a very good explanation whatsoever. Some of these are literally dating back to we've seen reports in the files dating back to the 1940s.
Almost every time this happens where something gets released or whatever, it just leads to more questions. And we want answers. Fewer questions, more answers.
Number 3.
If you're like me, you spend a good chunk of your day wondering how exactly the robot uprising will begin. I used to think it was robot vacuums. That's how it would all start. But now there's a new contender, Bebop, the dancing robot. Bebop, the dancing robot, dances so well, it is hypnotic. We're letting our guard down as we watch Bebop dance. Here's some of the soundtrack. Just amazing dance moves. So Bebop is a humanoid robot that dances like no one is watching, or we all are watching. The dancing robot was at the airport, and it made headlines because it caused a flight delay. The reason the flight was delayed is Bebop, the dancing robot, was considered carry-on and was overweight. And then the person traveling with Bebop was able to purchase a seat, and Bebop was able to take the flight from Oakland to San Diego. Bebop is a traveling robot which travels for promotion and dances and puts smiles on people's faces. And maybe is also paving the way for the robot uprising. We're letting our guard down.
Number 2.
From our friends at Science Daily, the headline is Scientists Find the Holy Grail Gene That Could One Day Help Humans Regrow Limbs. This is described as a breakthrough discovery in salamanders and some other animals. I assume because salamanders can regrow, sometimes there is regrowth going on. We're going to be the salamanders someday. That's my takeaway. We're going to be salamander people who can regrow limbs, maybe. We're closer than ever to being able to regrow limbs. I'm just going to stop there because there's a lot of actual science going on in this story. If you want to read the whole thing, you can click the link in the show notes. But the key takeaway, science made a breakthrough and they are working on having human beings regrow limbs and perhaps making us salamander people. Double check me on that one. Honorable mention. There's new research out, a study that says the music you pick for your workout, it looks like it could increase your endurance by about 20% if you pick the right music for your workout. And it's really just pick your favorite music. If you work out to your own favorite workout music, it can dramatically boost your endurance. If you're forced to listen to somebody else's stupid playlist, well, you're not getting the workout you deserve. So if you are having a situation, this is all new territory to me because I don't exercise, but if you're in a situation where you're hitting a wall, try this trick. Get all your favorite music going and see if that helps. I'll stop there, but if you want to read more about this or share this with a workout buddy who insists on picking the music all the time, I will put a link in the show notes. Honorable mention. This is about the YouTuber known as Flamethrower. So Flamethrower got a write-up in Popular Science for this, putting the hamster wheels to good use, charging a cell phone. The hamster seems happy. I don't even know if the hamster realizes that they are being used to generate electricity. I think the hamster is just there to wheel it out, get some of the yayas out on the wheel, you know? I think. I'll link to the video in the show notes.
So, my brother decided to get a hamster for his birthday, and after my parents prohibited me from genetically or cybernetically modifying it, exploited for energy production, of course.
When your website matters.
Just when it's getting good, a mid-roll commercial in that YouTube video, but I'll link to the whole thing.
Number 1.
Number 1 story this week is 2 stories because I couldn't choose between the drunk deer and the world's largest soccer ball. So we're going to do a tie for first place. Police in France are warning drivers to watch out for drunk deer. The deer getting into fermented fruits, eating fermented fruits, getting intoxicated, and then behaving even more erratically. You've got to be careful around deer. You've got to keep an eye out. But now imagine those deer are intoxicated. Somebody got some video. Hammered. That deer is hammered. All right, the other number 1 story is the world's largest soccer ball, which is coming to Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. I don't really follow the soccer or the football so much, but there's a lot of excitement about FIFA this, FIFA that, and for the FIFA World Cup, they're going to construct the world's largest soccer ball. A diameter of 45 feet will be enough to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's supposed to be ready to go in June. Next month, you could potentially visit the world's largest soccer ball. And I say move into it. They should have a thing where you fill out a ballot and somebody gets to move into the giant soccer ball and live there. Maybe you're like the custodian of the place or whatever, the caretaker, and In return, you get to live there rent-free inside the giant soccer ball. That's a win-win to me. Okay, we're done for this week. If you like weird news and odd, interesting things from the news, I believe this program should be in your top 100, because that's what we do. Please tell a friend, tell an enemy about the What a Weird Week show, and we'll catch you next Friday with more weird news on What a Weird Week.